Good evening, viewers. Today's edition of News Updates is dedicated to a recent report launched by the Girls Excellence Movement, a non-profit organization based in Accra. The report was in collaboration with UNFPA Canada. It has emerged that 62.5% of girls in the rural areas cannot afford sanitary pads due to the financial constraints they face. This was contained in the report Sheltered Yet Exposed, conducted by the Girls Excellence Movement. According to the report, development forces the girls to skip school and also exposes them to various forms of exploitation.
Sheltered Yet Exposed report highlighted the issues affecting the progression of girls in education by using a sample size of 2,000 girls across 15 schools in 4 regions in southern Ghana. The report reveals that 62.5% of girls in rural areas are forced to skip school during that time of the month because they cannot afford sanitary pad. Speaking at the launch of Sheltered Yet Exposed report by the Girls Excellence Movement, Presidential Advisor on Gender and Development, Dr. Angela Asante Isa, noted that it is time for Ghana to waive all taxes on sanitary pad, just like countries such as Uganda and Kenya has done.
Be removed, and I know there have been initiatives by the presidency and also the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection to have that tax removed. We can't have girls staying home because of a natural occurrence in their body.
The report also highlighted the various forms of abuses young girls suffer, usually from family members. The report reveals that 51.9% of the girls sampled went through sexual abuse. Today, Ghana News spoke to some female students present at the launch, and they have this to say.
That 20% should be diverted. We can say something like use that 20% to produce more parts that should go for free, rather than taking the amount of money from the company that produces kind of materials. So because of the high percentage of sanitary pad and then the way the price has increased, because over the past 2 months, the price of sanitary pad has increased from 6 cities to now 12 cities. And then this is discouraging those who go out to share it with food and all that from using it, and it's also discouraging the use of it because of the price. So now people go on to materials such as toilet roll and then washable rags and all this. Some of them are not even hygienic. So I think that 20% tax from sanitary pad should have been reduced to a single digit number, or it should be cancelled totally. Thank you very much.
To policymakers and civil society organizations, we ask that you invest in girl-focused interventions for the attainment of our national gender parity goals. This is because if a girl is not fully exposed to her true potential via a holistic education and deliberate interventions within a safe environment, no amount of interventions thrown at her in adulthood will be meaningful. I strongly hold that an effective women empowerment intervention starts with grooming empowered girls today, and it starts with us all. Sheryl Sandberg once said, "We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the
home makes sure that all her children are well educated, both boys and girls. And so it's important that we start with the girls young so that they continue with that that we have set ourselves. In addition to these, developing girls into well-informed, confident, and powerful women for government for governance, politics, STEM, and other equally important decision-making boardrooms will greatly shape balanced policies and decisions in the interest of all. I must admit it is devastating to hear stories of abuse of girls by people who should have ideally been trusted by these girls. It is heartbreaking to hear stories of girls dropping out of school due to pregnancy that result from rape in some instances. It is disturbing to recount the numerous incidents of sexual violations girls are exposed to
in any form possible, because what they do is relevant. Before I take my seat, I call on each and every one of us to get involved. Can we give them a hand of applause?
Challenges with this, it means that their ability to progress is being hindered. And that is not strange to some of us who look into the data, because if you continue to check the data, but to them, these are untold stories. These are things they've kept within them and is eating them up. So we ask them, have you been abused before? Any form of abuse or assaulted? 43.5% of the respondents said yes. 43.5% of the respondents said yes. Remember, we're using a sample of 2,000. So it's almost like 45% said yes, that they have been abused before. Now, imagine we escalate the sample to 10,000. Imagine the number that we are going to get. Imagine we are able to move to 20,000. Imagine the number that we are going to get. Imagine we are able to move to 50,000. Imagine the number we are.
Where would we have been as girls? I say the downward swing.
Before I start my scripted speech, I must say that the results and findings that this
we
GEM
were
report
asked that
have
if
brought
you go
out.
to a village or a community without a communication mast, what will you do? So they gave us some chopsticks and marshmallows and some decorated wires to build up a communication tower. And they were all in my group, and we made this thing up here. So even though we are not into science, we are into general arts specifically, but yes, so we made this thing up, and all thanks to James.
I won't say it was an easy thing for us to do, actually. Myself, when we were starting, I never thought I could do this, but with teamwork and determination, I think we did a great job. So to everyone out there, I would tell you, maybe someone wants to try this, but seeing this, that person might say it's something difficult. Okay, this is not real, it's just a structure, but this is a real representation of a communication tower. So it wasn't that easy, but we tried our best, and I think we did really well.
It means a lot to me, although I don't like physics, because this is an aspect of physics. I want to be a psychiatrist, but this is something of engineering. But I think that after this, I think I can be able to be the psychiatrist I want to become, and then do this as a part-time job. So because we have villages around who don't have access to communication. So I think with this around, it can be able to help people to use our phones, communicate with relatives who are not near us. So it actually means a lot to me.
There was a session when Samira was like, within 1 minute, write something about yourself. And that was when I got to know I don't really know myself. Yeah, you may think you know yourself. That's why you choose role models. But then if you don't know yourself, you can't choose a model. So know yourself and be true to yourself before you can choose someone.
And once I was inside, one miss said something, and she was like, being different is very powerful. So I want to tell those out there that someone can laugh at you for being different, but you can also laugh at them for being the same.
Jem would like to say a very big thank you, and then to their proud sponsors, Voltic Mineral Water and then Blue Town USAID. We'd like to say a very big thank you for making this program a success. I think you really motivate girls out there, and as you've motivated us today, we will also continue to spread the good gospel and motivating others with self-confidence. So we all say, Gem, thank you.
Joining us live is Miss Juliana Amaklofia, founder and executive director for Girls Excellence Movement, to speak to us about the GEM report. Welcome to News Update.
Hello, thank you so much for having me, and good evening, and from Ghana to all your viewers, wherever they are viewing us from.
Okay, I must commend you for launching such a powerful report.
Thank you.
The GEM report is really loaded with lots of facts about the girl child in school. Tell us how you came about with such findings.
Okay, so the GEM, for the benefit of some of your viewers who might be viewing us the first time, Girls Excellence Movement, GEM for short, exists to inspire, educate, mentor, and inform to transform girls into great women of excellence. Our overall goal is to build capacity for girls and see them grow into change leaders in their communities. We operate as a team, so everything that you saw during the launch and everything in the report was done by a team. So I say hi to the GEM team, whoever is watching us right now, wherever you are. Thank you for the great work you do as volunteers. And so our team, we have been on the road every month. We do 10 outreach programs every month, and it is a capacity building program. So we go to schools and we teach girls confidence, how to build confidence, how to study effectively, how to manage their emotions. So we teach them about emotional intelligence, how to manage peer influence and all that. Along the journey, these girls tell us stories that sometimes break our heart, stories that make us confused, stories that make us ask questions. So as big brothers and sisters in the gap, we decided to conduct a survey to see how many more girls across how many schools, across how many regions are having the same or similar problems. So that's how come we came about with the decision to do to conduct a survey. So on the journey, the GEM team again, every volunteer who goes on outreach collects data. So we collected the data and we came to process it and realize that some of the things the girls tell us are deeper than we think it is. So we used data from 2,000 girls that were conveniently sampled across 15 schools, across 4 regions of residence and 5 regions of schools location. And the data has revealed very troubling and issues that we need collective action to address, to ensure that our girls are able to stay in school comfortable and confident enough to live, learn, and lead.
Okay, so what are some of the feedbacks you got after the launch of the report?
We are still in the process of promoting the report for the attention we need for the issues. We got a feedback from the presidential advisor on gender and development, and she's been very supportive, and she's been adding her voice to the discussion for us to get the needed attention for the report. And we've also gotten GES very interested. The director for Greater Accra region was at the launch. You saw her there. And today I was on a show with the PRO for Greater Accra region to also talk about the policy side as to what are the channels that the girls can use to report abuse in case it happens to them and all those things. So yes, we have received some level of attention for the report, but we want more attention for the issues that the report has revealed, for the sexual abuses that the the report has revealed, being perpetrated by school mates, friends, in some instances, very close family members like brothers, stepfathers, and even fathers, and teachers. We also have bullying, which is being perpetrated by friends and schoolmates and all that. We have verbal abuse, which is being perpetrated by, interestingly, mothers. They top the charts for committing verbal abuse. We have physical abuse, which is being perpetrated by mothers and fathers, and the two top the charts for committing such abuses against girls. Our issue is that a girl who is suffering from or who has developed unexplained headaches, a girl whose confidence has been dampened, a girl who feels worthless based because of the consistent verbal, physical, and sexual abuse, definitely will find it difficult to excel in school. Yet, as a society, when those girls return from school, all we care about is what grade did you get? What level were you? Were you first or last in the class? We never pause to find out, how are you, girl? Why are you coming? Why is your performance dropping? Anything we can do to help you? Do you have anything you want to talk to me about? Is there any strange experience you want to share? We don't create the environment for them to share their troubles, so they bottle it up, try to address it themselves, and struggle to excel in school. So we are saying that girls deserve a safe environment to be able to live, as in that relates to the house, to be able to learn, that relates to the school, and to be able to lead, that relates to when they come back into the community.
Okay, so therefore, how do we curb the abuse that is coming from our mothers, especially since most young girls would definitely look up to their mothers? So if they are topping the charts for people that physically abuse their daughters, that should be a worry to the country. So how do you think that we can curb that as a country?
Yeah, that is very, very true what you said. At the SHS level, the report revealed that majority of the girls look up to people in their immediate family. Mothers top the chart for people the girls look up to. And then mothers top the chart again for committing physical and verbal abuse against them, which is the irony. And in the report, we asked the question, could that be the reason that girls find it difficult to tell mothers about their sexual or other forms of abuse experiences? Because if your mother is slapping you for the least mistake, if your mother is hitting you with spatula for the least mistake, then it wouldn't be strange that when someone else gives you a knock in school, you would want to rush to that mother and tell her. Even when the girls, in some instances, when the girls boldly tell their mothers trivialize such things because they don't see anything wrong with it, because they are perpetrators themselves. At our end, we are suggesting that parents should be, we are creating awareness for parents to be aware that the mode of punishment, the slapping, kicking, forcing girls to go through all sorts of abuses in the name of discipline is having negative effect on their children. Now, we are not here to say that mothers perpetrate verbal abuse, so they are wicked. We are just saying that sometimes mothers are unaware that some of these forms of discipline actually affect the girls. So we are saying it affects the girls. When you slap her, she goes to school and she has headaches. And anytime she's studying, she has to rack her brain a little, her eyes start watering up, and she finds it difficult to concentrate in class. We are telling mothers that find other forms of discipline. Slapping, kicking, hitting with sticks and spatula and all that are not the only forms of discipline. That is what we are saying. We are appealing to mothers that we should change the approach, the way we have been taught. Secondly, some mothers are already traumatized girls themselves.
Yeah.
What they know is what they are doing to their children. When she was young, they were hitting her anytime she made a mistake. And some mothers and mostly parents believe that kind of hard treatment is what has turned them into the adults that they are. They are proud of it, so they are treating their children the same way. And we are saying that some of these parents are actually traumatized from those abuses they received when they were young. And so unconsciously, they are perpetrating the same abuse and the cycle continues. So we are pleading as GEM, as a team, we are pleading that parents should stop the cycle. Hitting is not the only form of abuse. And if you are traumatized, acknowledge your trauma and find healing for yourself so that you don't express that onto the children.
So do you have any special projects to implement the findings in the report?
The findings are vast. We are talking about, let me give you the findings in a gist. We are talking about, just a minute. We are talking about stereotypical fears around STEM subjects. We are talking about sexual abuse and all that. It's difficult for us to say that GEM alone can handle solving the problem. That is why we really appreciate platforms like yours that gives us the opportunity to call for help. We are calling on the entire society, and what we are saying is that creating a safe environment for girls to learn, to live, learn, and lead is a collective responsibility. At GEM, we are taking a part of it, which is we want to institute what we call STEM on Wheels, where we go to senior high schools. We have realized that most of the girls, majority of them, over 60% of them have problem in mathematics. And we are saying that we want to go to the schools and find creative ways to teach them mathematics in a way that they can understand and be able to excel in the mathematics. We also want to continue introducing them to the STEM experiments, because sometimes it is their fear that science is difficult, math is difficult, physics is difficult. That makes them even find it difficult to understand because they approach it from a point of fear. And we want to make it interesting for them to approach it from a point of curiosity, so they will be able to excel at it. So that is why we have taken the lead. We are doing the STEM on Wheels program. We are also already on the field building confidence for the girls. What we've realized on the field is that when a girl is confident, the abuser fears such girls. Because the abuser knows that when you touch a confident girl, she will speak up, she will report, she will tell everybody and broadcast what you did. But when he or she touches a timid girl, she keeps it secret because already she's timid, she's feeling worthless, she keeps it secret. And abuse thrives on secrecy. So we are building capacity for girls. That is why when we go on our Inspiration on Wheels program, we teach girls how to develop confidence. And the report also revealed that most of the girls, when we ask them what topic they want them to be treating, they say they want to build confidence. They want to be taught how to build confidence. So yes, we are holding a path. We are also doing advocacy. And we are telling government that most of the girls mentioned they have financial challenges in school. This is because most parents have sent these girls to school in the current years of free SHS. And they tell them, it's free SHS, go to school, government will take care of you. Government has paid the fees, yes. Government has given her accommodation in school, yes. But government is not buying sanitary pad. Government is not buying soap for washing for washing her panty when she's in her menses. Government is not buying her medication when she's having menstrual cramps. You know, so they have financial difficulty, and then those of them doing home econs, and those of them in the vocational schools who are doing fashion and other courses that demand constant practicals. Government is not buying the practical materials. So if parents send them to school without financial support, they become vulnerable to abuse because they go to people to ask for help, and then these people then demand for sex or coerce them into giving up sex as a barter trade for whatever they need. And we are advocating against that. Now, another thing that makes them vulnerable to abuse is sanitary pad. Because you see, menstruation is a natural occurrence in a girl's body, which she doesn't control. So if she doesn't have sanitary pad or menstrual hygiene materials to use to keep herself clean and comfortable during the period, then she goes to someone to ask for help and they become vulnerable. There's a case where a girl went to a motor rider for the guy rides is a motor owner who plied one of the village roads in her community and took 2 cedi for sanitary pad. And that 2 cedi led to her rape. That is why we are calling on government to take away the tax, the 20% tax on sanitary pad. It is making the commodity expensive and unaffordable. And that's what we are calling. And then we are calling on the general public to get on board because these issues, one organization cannot deal with it. We're also calling on GES to train and retrain their counselors in the schools and then give more counselors to the school, because in some schools you have only one counselor attending to over a population of over 3,000 students. This counselor will get overwhelmed with issues. In some schools you have a male counselor who is attending to both male and female, and the girls become so vulnerable with these their personal issues that sometimes they're even taken advantage of in that counseling process. So our call for government and for GES and the Ministry of Education is to train more guidance and counseling and therapy and allocate more to the schools. So these are some of the ways that we are asking for action. We are calling everyone for action. And media, to you, Edna, and your media team, all we are asking for as GEM is that during reporting on issues, especially around sexual abuse, we trivialize it. We use very funny terms and we say he slept with her, and then this teacher was sleeping with this girl. This teacher is in a position of authority and trust. And if this girl is already 16 or 13, she's not at an age of consent. So this girl can't be sleeping with this teacher. This girl is being abused by this teacher.
Sure.
And we are calling on media that during reportage, kindly report it accurately so that it gives it the seriousness that it deserves, that will call people to action.
Definitely, we will do that. Okay, moving on. GEM is a non-profit organization. How were you able to finance the report?
Thanks to the team again, to the GEM team. Hi, GEM team. I hope you are watching. Yes, it's the able, evergreen, ever-growing, mighty army GEM team that I'm fighting every day. Yes, the team collected data on every outreach that will go on, and the team raised funds, practically harassing their family members and colleagues at the office, friends, pastors, church members. They harass everybody and collect data for GEM and receive donations, 50 cedis, 100 cedis, 2,000 cedis from wherever. So I would say that we use crowdfunding method for raising funds for what we do. And we collected the data ourselves on the field whenever we go on outreach. And then we got our friends and colleagues in the academia. Shout out to Dr. Peter Pate and T, who was very instrumental in helping us analyze and do everything, the technical aspect of the work without charging us a penny. And to Professor Kwapon in the USA for reviewing, and everyone who supported us. Now, when the report was ready, our GEM team, and we have a team of young people who also do graphic design and all that. So we have David Atta and Joseph Lofia, who designed the report. After the design, now we needed to print and launch, and we started looking for help. So we printed a sample and then went to the UNFPA and the SDGs Advisory Unit. Shout out to Dr. Eugene Owusu, who stepped in, and the UNFPA Canada came on board and did the printing. That is why when you see the report, you see that it says with printing support from the UNFPA Canada. So we are grateful to the UNFPA Canada for printing the report for us. And then the UNFPA Ghana office, shout out to Auntie Ajwa, as I call her, for supporting and making sure that we launch the report in their premises. We also thank the media for supporting us. GTV and GBC, they've always been with us. And we thank Edem Naite of Joy FM's Home Affair and the entire Joy FM team. We thank everyone that has supported us. So this is how we funded GEM. And of course, anytime we are doing anything GEM, and like this interview right now, I'm holding Voltic, because Voltic Ghana Limited supplies water for every GEM project, and we are grateful to Voltic for partnering us. Again, shout out to the GEM team, because this is the output of our collective effort.
Okay. Kindly share with us your social media handles and then state how someone can reach to you to donate.
Okay, before I give you the social media handles, I just wanted to give our viewers a brief list of the findings. So the report found that school-related gender-based violence is one of the issues affecting girls' academic performance in school. Financial difficulties, we've already talked about that. Personality development factors such as lack of confidence and self-worth, that's another issue. Stereotypical fears towards STEM subjects, lack of clarity on career choices. The lack of clarity comes from the fact that most of the girls find the science subjects very difficult. They find mathematics also difficult, yet they all want careers as nurses, as doctors, as scientists, as nutritionists and dietitians, and we are wondering, is it an issue that is truly what they really want and need help to succeed at it, or they are just choosing those careers just for choosing sake? We also found that they have sexual abuse and related medical and mental health challenges. Most of the girls have trauma flashbacks. And then we have family influence. The report revealed that most of the girls look up to their parents, and more than they look up to celebrities. So parents, please sit up. And if you want to follow us or download a copy of the report, we have it on our website, www.thegemworld.org. thegemworld.org. You can download a copy of the report from there. We are on Facebook as the Girls Excellence Movement with the hashtag the GEM Code. We are on Instagram as the GEM Code. We are on Twitter as GEM_Inspire. We are on TikTok as the GEM Code or the Girls Excellence Movement. We are on LinkedIn as the Girls Excellence Movement. And we are on Pinterest as the Girls Excellence Movement. We are on almost every social media platform. Please follow us and support what we do. We are also open to receiving professionals who will come on board to support and serve as resource persons and teach girls during our outreaches. The outreaches are usually once a month. So once a month, kindly dedicate about 6 hours of your day and plant a seed of encouragement in a girl's life.
Okay, so how can someone donate to you?
Yes, on our platform, on our website, the donate button on our website, you can use it to donate to us. You can also donate to us via Momo, which is mobile money, through 0243 003 467. Let me take that again. Our Momo number is 0243 003 467. Girls Excellence Movement. If you see the name Mavis Agbenyo attached to it, that's our Director of Admin, and so you are still safe to send the money to that account. You can also give us support in the form of products. So if you're a supplier of sanitary pad, we serve as a conduit to your targeted clients or customers. So with us, when you give us sanitary pad, it is more effective than doing a TV advert, if I must say that, because on TV advert, the girl gets to see your product but doesn't touch or use it. But when you give us samples and we give to these girls for free, they get an opportunity to touch your product, see it, feel it, use it, and probably get stuck on it, and you have a customer for the next 30 or 35 years. So if you're a sanitary pad supplier, please come on board and support us, and we'll be supporting you in the process, because we'll be a conduit between you and your target customers. And if we already have water covered thanks to Voltic. So if you're out there and you want to drink water, say Voltic. And we are also calling on companies that supply drinks and beverages and biscuits, because we provide refreshment for the girls during our capacity building program. And the refreshment could entail cupcakes, lunch, like jollof rice for the girls. They will love you. And biscuits, yogurt. So companies out there, we serve as a conduit between you and your targeted customer. We will be achieving our aim by providing refreshment for the girls to keep them interested in the capacity building program. You will be achieving your target of reaching your future and your future target. That. Oh, somebody said I didn't request for condoms. It's because we are not teaching them to use condoms yet. When we get there, I'll ask for condoms. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for championing such a notable cause, and we appreciate you joining us to speak to us about the GEM report.
Thank you. Can I have an opportunity to read some of the painful stories to you? The reason is that sometimes when you tell people some of these things, they think it's abstract until you bring a reality to it. So the question about do you have a role model or a mentor? You have 84% of the girls saying yes. And it said, my sister is my role model. She lives a life well, so I want to be like her when I grow up. So dear sisters, the girls are watching you more than they are listening. So please serve as true role models. Slapping is not a good role model. You slap them, they start thinking they start equating slapping or abuse to love. When they grow into women who are into relationships or marriages and they are slapping them, they won't leave, because when you were slapping them, they didn't leave the house. So please, and then somebody said, my uncle is a policeman. Because of how he wears the uniform and everybody respects him, so I want to become like him. He is my role model. Uncles out there, these young ones are watching you. So if you're an uncle who slaps, beats, rapes, harasses, bullies, that is what you are teaching that girl to keep doing. And he said, my mom is the only one who takes care of everybody. She works hard. That is why I want to be like her. She inspires me to be hardworking. So parents, mothers especially, when you are busy screaming, most mothers are busy screaming at celebrities and saying, our daughters are watching you. Live your life so my daughters can watch. Dear mothers, at the SS and JHS level, your daughters are watching you rather. You, according to the Sheltered Yet Exposed report, you are the one they are looking up to. And then we talk about sexual abuse. I want to read one. It said, there's a boy in my house who is worrying me to accept his proposal. I keep on telling him no, but he still follows me about. One day, he and his friends called me to buy something for them, and they forcibly raped me. So this girl has been raped, and it is by people she already know within shelter. Someone says, sometimes I feel as if I am depressed, a gray cloud in my mind, and it causes my mood to change drastically, realizing that I start to think too much about everything going on in my life. This is the girl who has been raped and is having flashback. I have flashes all the time and cannot trust male figures because I was raped. It was the headmaster of my nursery school from when I was 6 years till I left the school at 8 years. This is a girl that has been raped multiple times within a period of 3 years. It is sad. We are calling on teachers and adults. You are in positions of trust. Please create environment for our daughters to grow, to mature in safety, to learn. Because if they are dealing with all these issues, it's difficult for them to compete and actually excel in the classroom the way we want them to excel. If they are supposed to take mathematics seriously and they are busy thinking about they are busy having headaches, they are busy dealing with trauma flashback, it will be very difficult for them to excel. So we are calling on everyone, all hands on deck, to create an environment for girls to thrive.
Okay, thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you so much, Edna, for having me. And thanks to all your viewers. We are really grateful. At GEM, we are grateful for the opportunity to always throw light on issues affecting girls.
Okay, that was Miss Juliana Amaklofia, founder and executive director for Girls Excellence Movement. I will be reading some of your Facebook messages. From Osei Superior, I have been following the activities of GEM, and I will say they are doing fantastic. Watching from Barcelona, Spain. Thank you for watching, Osei. From Patience Darko, watching from Hamburg, Germany. Kudos, GEM and Madame Juliana. Thank you, Patience. From Brimpon, I'm watching from Warsaw, Poland. This lady has done well with this report. She is very strong and active. God bless her. Amen. From Kunte Nana, watching on YouTube from Poland. Ghana has a long way to go in terms of women development and disability issues. Thank you. From Nana, watching from Tatale, Northern Ghana on YouTube. Please come help young girls from the north. Okay. From Mazo, great work from GEM. Our girls are now being empowered. Sure. From Kunte again, Madame Juliana is beautiful and hardworking. These are the kind of ladies Ghana needs in government. Can I have her number? Watching on YouTube from Amsterdam, Holland. Okay. From VIS Ghana, watching from Eduko, Equiapim back in Ghana. Please turn your attention to Equiapim North District. The girls in Otri constituency need help. Okay. From Ruth, confidence building is very important, most definitely. From Kweku Adi, watching from Amsterdam, Holland. Good job. Thank you. From Odoi Tama, NPP, we are moving Ghana forward. NDC, opposition forever. From Patience Darko, you didn't request for conduct. Okay, so that will be it for tonight. And thank you for joining us on News Update. My name is Edna Sabanya, and do have a good evening.